Kyle Richards loves her pets, but she doesn't like unexpected animals, especially mice, in her Encino home. Kyle's second youngest daughter, Sophia Umansky, who lives at home with Kyle, recently took to TikTok, where she revealed that a pizza box on her kitchen counter had a mouse inside. "I'm having a king heart attack," the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills daughter said in the video. "I just heard a sound coming from this pizza box, and I swear, I looked over and saw a little hand. I feel like someone brought this pizza box in from outside, and I swear, I think there's a mouse in it," she said, as her voice got higher. "I'm freaking the F out," she added. She then proceeded to call Kyle for help, as she explained the situation to her. "You're lying," said Kyle, who was filming everything from behind a closed door. "I will die. I'm not staying in here." Luckily, Kyle's youngest daughter, Portia Umansky, had friends over who were able to take the pizza box with the mouse and a full-size uneaten pepperoni pizza outside. From there, they proceeded to open the box and let the mouse run free into the wild, to a chorus of Kyle and Sophia's screams. "You seriously cannot make this stuff up," Sophia captioned the hilarious video. Sophia, who is 25 years old, currently lives with her younger sister, who is still in high school, and their mom. She took to her Instagram story, where she uploaded a screenshot of their conversation from finding out about the mouse, showing that their group chat name is Roommates. Sophia caused a bit of panic when she sent multiple text messages in a row, demanding that her mom and sister pick up the phone and come to the kitchen. "There's a Mambo in the pizza box," Sophia texted them. Kyle Richards reacts to finding a snake in her La Quinta house. This isn't the first time this year that Kyle and her daughters had a run-in with an unexpected visitor in their home. Earlier this year, Kyle and her daughters were staying at their house in La Quinta, where they were attending Stagecoach 2025 when a snake unexpectedly entered the house. In a video, also posted to Sophia's TikTok account, Kyle can be seen calling her estranged husband, Mauricio Umansky, on the phone, asking him to come to the house to remove the snake. See how Mauricio reacted to that phone call and why he thought it was hilarious. The sprawling Encino home of Kyle Richards was, by all accounts, a sanctuary of manicured lawns, sparkling pools, and designer interiors. It was a place where luxury met comfort, and every detail was meticulously curated, except, it seemed, for the occasional uninvited four-legged or slithering guest. Kyle loved her dogs, her cats, her horses even. But the line was drawn firmly at anything scuttling or scaling its way into her pristine abode without an explicit invitation. One particularly balmy evening, the usual hum of domesticity in the Richards-Umansky household was about to be shattered. Sophia Umansky, at 25, was still enjoying the comforts of home, sharing the expansive space with her mom, Kyle, and her younger sister, Portia. Sophia, ever the chronicler of her life, often found herself documenting the mundane and the magnificent for her TikTok followers. Little did she know, tonight's content would be anything but mundane. The evening had started innocently enough. A late-night pizza delivery, the kind of spontaneous indulgence that fueled many a family night. The large, greasy box sat innocently on the pristine kitchen counter, its cheesy aroma still lingering in the air. Sophia, perhaps grabbing a late-night snack or simply passing through, was alone in the vast kitchen, the silence of the house amplifying every creak and rustle. Then she heard it, a faint, almost imperceptible scratching sound, emanating from the very heart of the pizza box. Her brow furrowed. "That's odd," she muttered to herself, her hand hovering over the cardboard lid. She paused, listening intently. The scratching came again, a little louder this time, accompanied by a soft rustle. Her heart gave a tiny, unwelcome lurch. Curiosity, mixed with a growing sense of dread, compelled her to peek. Slowly, cautiously, she lifted a corner of the lid. Her eyes, wide with a sudden, horrifying realization, fixated on a small, dark shape. And then she saw it. a tiny pinkish hand scrabbling frantically against the greasy cardboard. A gasp, sharp and involuntary, escaped her lips. "Oh my God," she whispered, her voice barely audible. The reality hit her like a cold wave. Someone, probably one of Portia's friends who had been over earlier, had brought the pizza box in from outside. And now, nestled amongst the pepperoni and melted cheese, was a mouse. A live, breathing, squeaking mouse. "I'm having a f***ing heart attack," Sophia shrieked, her voice escalating with each word, the initial whisper giving way to full-blown panic. She backed away from the counter as if the pizza box itself might sprout legs and chase her. Her hands flew to her mouth, her eyes darting around the kitchen as if expecting a whole rodent army to emerge from the shadows. "I just heard a sound coming from this pizza box, and I swear, I looked over and saw a little hand. I feel like someone brought this pizza box in from outside, and I swear, I think there's a mouse in it." Her voice, already high, climbed another octave, bordering on a squeak itself. "I'm freaking the F out." Her first instinctive thought was, of course, to call for backup. And who better than her mother, Kyle Richards, the matriarch of the house, the one who usually handled all crises, big or small. Frantically, Sophia pulled out her phone, her fingers fumbling as she dialed Kyle's number. The ringtone seemed to echo ominously in the suddenly vast kitchen. "Mom, Mom, pick up! It's an emergency!" She practically screamed into the phone, her eyes still glued to the pizza box, which now seemed to pulse with a sinister hidden life. Kyle, who had been relaxing in another part of the house, likely scrolling through Instagram or catching up on a show, answered with a calm, "What is it, honey? Everything all right?" "No, nothing is all right. There's a mouse, in the pizza box, in the kitchen," Sophia blurted out, a torrent of words tumbling over each other. A beat of silence on the other end. Then Kyle's voice, tinged with disbelief, "You're lying. Sophia, you are absolutely lying." But even as she said it, a faint rustling could be heard, followed by the distinct sound of a door creaking open just a crack. Kyle, ever the reality TV star, was already filming the unfolding drama from the safety of her doorway. "I am not lying. I swear to God, I saw its little hand," Sophia insisted, her voice cracking with genuine terror. Through the crack in the door, Kyle's face appeared, a mask of horror. "I'll die," she declared, her voice a dramatic whisper. "I'm not staying in here." The door immediately slammed shut again, leaving Sophia alone with her pepperoni-loving rodent. The irony was not lost on Sophia, even in her state of panic. Her mom, the one she called for help, was now barricaded behind a door, filming her distress. Just when Sophia thought she might have to live out the rest of her days in the kitchen, a chorus of teenage laughter and chatter drifted in from the living room. Portia, Kyle's youngest daughter, had friends over. And in that moment, those friends seemed like a beacon of hope. "Portia, guys, get in here, please, there's a mouse," Sophia wailed, her voice echoing down the hallway. A moment later, a small entourage of brave, if slightly bewildered, teenagers appeared. Portia, ever the calm one, assessed the situation, while her friends, fueled by youthful fearlessness, or perhaps just morbid curiosity, clustered around. After a brief, whispered conference, a plan was hatched. One of Portia's friends, a tall, lanky boy with an admirable lack of rodent phobia, volunteered for the perilous task. With a collective intake of breath from Sophia and Kyle, who had re-emerged, still filming, but now from a safer distance, the boy carefully, gingerly lifted the pizza box. The mouse, perhaps sensing its impending eviction, remained surprisingly still. The entire group, led by the brave teenager, made a dramatic procession out of the house, across the manicured lawn, and towards the relative wilderness of the backyard. As they reached a patch of bushes, the boy, with a flourish that would have made a magician proud, flipped open the lid. A tiny, gray blur shot out, disappearing into the foliage with astonishing speed. A collective, ear-splitting scream erupted from Kyle and Sophia, a cacophony of relief and lingering horror that sent birds scattering from nearby trees. The mouse, now free, was probably wondering what all the fuss was about.